Alright, so today's video is going to be mainly about my front storage area, which is where my Nautilus system is at. What I want to do first is I want to put these Govee water detectors under where all my hoses come in from the Nautilus system. I want to remove or pull up my water pump, put a tray under it if I have the right size, if I don't have to go to Home Depot. And then I also want to, the wall that I removed to reach everything, I want to replace that wall with a piece of plexiglass and figure out some way to fasten it so that way if I crawl in or just look through my storage area, I can easily see all my water connections that are right there behind the Nautilus system without ever having to worry about what's going on back there. Because with just the wood and carpet, you can't see anything. So if this is something you would like to hear about, follow along, please. Alright, so let's go outside and see what I'm dealing with. Fair warning, I've already removed all my crap out of the storage area, so it's fairly clean, and it is not normally that clean. Alright, here's the storage area we're talking about. Right in the front pass-through of my Grand Design Solitude 382. So what I want to do is I want to remove this panel, and then we'll get behind there and I'll show you more. So as you can tell, there are a ton of water lines in here. Alright, so this is the back of my Nautilus system. This is my hot water heater, and here's my water pump, all in this one area. So far it looks okay, but if any one of these lines were to leak, I mean, this just leads all over to my camper, and that's not a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tray, I'm going to remove this water pump, pull it off the ground, I'm going to take a tray, sit it under it, and that way, if it ever leaks, it'll drip into the tray with a water sensor inside of it, the water sensor will go off, and it'll hold the water, double whammy. Then I'm going to place another sensor somewhere around here, I'm not sure yet, to hopefully try to catch some of this other stuff if it were to ever leak. Alright, so let me show you what I did with the water pump. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Okay, so if you can tell, the water pump is now in this plastic tray. Okay, it's mounted inside of it. It was originally mounted right here. I don't know if you can see those screws right here and right here. Right, so it was there and now it's way back here. Okay, not only that, but this tray that I have is butted up against this Nautilus wall. So anything up here, so to speak, anything, obviously it's not 100%, but any leaks that's going to go straight down will fall into this tray. I'm going to put a water sensor in there, and boom, I can instantly, well, hopefully instantly, catch a water leak. Now I still have to figure out what I'm going to do over here with these few lines that are touching the floor right here. But my first most important thing is going to be this water heater. I definitely want to put something right here that's going to catch these two fixtures leaking. So that's going to be my next step. Okay, so while we're on the subject of the water detection inside this tray, here's what one of the Govee water sensors look like. What I'll do is I'll put a link to the Amazon store, that it is our Amazon store, and show you exactly which ones we got. They come in a 5-pack, or at least the ones we bought were. So they're volume adjustable, high volume alerts. They have a long lifespan and a detection level of 0.5 millimeters. So as you can see, I've already put one in here, right there at the bottom. That's in the tray. Cool thing about these, not only drip on the thing, but they also have these little silver nipples on the bottom. That's the water sensor on the bottom. So it's a top and bottom water sensor. And what's cool is these little feet right here are rubber. So if you can tell, well, that's a horrible example because this is really. Let me show you inside here. As you can tell on the one that I put inside here, you have to push it pretty hard to get it to move. So they have like rubber coatings on the feet. So that's pretty cool. It makes them stick a little bit better so they don't just slide around while you're driving or whatever. So I'm going to seal up the screws that I mounted this to the floor. I've got my Govee water detector inside there. And this water pump should be pretty good. Interrupt the program. I forgot to add a recording of the sound volume of this water detector. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the sink, get my hand wet, I'm just going to wet the counter a little bit. I'm going to touch it on the counter. Touch the sensors. There you go. I don't know if you heard it, but let's try it again. This commercial break sponsored by PBR. Alright, so my hair is progressively getting worse because it's getting hotter and hotter in here. But here's what I did for the water heater. Alright, so I took one of these little extra wire clamps or whatever you want to call them I bought from Home Depot for when I did my LED install for under my body. So I put one of those right here and then zip tied the water sensor to that. So now that'll stay. I got my water pump mounted, water sensor, got everything sealed up. Now what I need to do is get a piece of plexiglass so I can cover this. I just put screws through there. What I really want to do is I want to somehow paint this or use some of that leftover carpet that we have from that piece of wood I cut.
Oh, okay.
And maybe cover it so it looks a little bit more legit.
Yeah. I think it's going to be cool.
Let's see if we have enough left over to cover it. I don't know if I do.
What you doing?
Well, it's day 2, as you can tell by my shirt change. Yes, you can live the RV life with more than one t-shirt. I'm finishing up my door for the water thing, for all the water hoses and whatnot. So what I'm doing now is I'm just mounting the hinges, just making sure my rackety looking door is level. Then putting the hinges on, then I'm going to put a little door handle on it, put a door stop on the back side so it doesn't go too far, and then it'll be good, I think.
What does it look like on your side? Here.
So this is what it looks like on my side. It's kind of hazy because I haven't peeled off the second layer. But here's my door. Don't matter, you know, don't mind all the, I'm not a carpenter. Alright, but that's what the door is going to look like. I'm putting hinges right here. Okay, just got to mount them. And then I'm going to put a handle somewhere around here, and then it'll just swing open. I'm not going to do it right now. That's what it'll look like. Bada bing, bada boom.
Good job, baby.
Thanks. Just crotch shot. Alright. So I got a bunch of trash in here, but boom. Gets all my water stuff. And again, like I talked about earlier, I've got the water pump inside that little bucket. Put the water sensor inside there. I've got a water sensor under there. And then you can't see it anymore, but I've got another one behind the, or under the water heater. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount a piece of wood down here somewhere to stop this door so it doesn't go too far in. And then I'm going to put a handle right here so it's easy to open. I'm thinking about also putting a little clasp right here between the two so it kind of joins these two a little bit more rigid. But that's it. Peel off this plastic. And if you like that satisfying AMR or whatever the hell it's called, you might like this.
Oh, now that.
Right.
Nice. I
What's
like
that?
it.
A water leak? I can see it easy instead of looking behind this carpet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And not to mention, this piece of wood was at an angle and it came about right here to this other corner.
We lost a lot of space.
Pretty much right here was all just empty. So now we have that much more room.
Which kind of will make a difference in this spot.
I think so.
So where's your sliding window gonna go?
So my sliding window is gonna go around the other side.
Okay.
So I cannot take credit for this because I saw this idea on a it's still
Okay.
So I cannot take credit for this because I saw this on a Facebook page for Solitudes. and this guy was genius. So basically, pretty much from here to here, you can see, if you're looking straight through this wall, you can see the water lines. So this guy cut a hole, or whatever he did, there's a hole. He put another piece of plexiglass right here on a C channel, and it slides back and forth like this. So not only can he get in right here with this door that I just did, he can also slide this piece of plexiglass back and get in from this side.
Would it come this way,
Yes.
or would it go that way?
It would go your way. So it's not
but I guess it would clear the door.
it wouldn't be big because you can only see so much.
Okay.
The water line's in like right here. So there would be no point in cutting this hole. So it'd be a little piece.
Gotcha.
Alright, so here's my finished product for the day. Ended up putting my stop on the ground. I put a magnet inside of here. And a magnet inside of there in the carpet. And I ended up putting a screw right here and right there. So then I close the door, it'll hold it. Also use an old Army name tape as a handle. Alright, and that's it. Now I can see all my water related stuff in the front bay. Alright, so my next step I don't know, god dang, they're walking so loud in there. Alright, so next I'm doing a Govee light strips. It's just so dark inside of here. I'm going to put these strips up, just 110. I already used the Govee water detectors inside there. I have a Govee Govee outdoor light strips on the bottom of the rig that are Bluetooth controlled by my phone. So these are just going to plug into my outlet that's right there. I'm going to run them along here because it's kind of dark in here already, just with 1 or 2 motion lights. Run them along. I'm going to run them inside of here. So then that way when I hit the light, I can actually see inside of here at all times of day. So that's where we're at. Day 3. I could have really done this in one day, but here we go. Alright, so here's the aftermath. So I ran everything. Okay. Got it all inside there. And hit this switch right here. There you go. Here's what it looks like now. Here's off, on. So I can just walk over here, hit this switch from outside, and easily kind of sort of look and see if I've got a leak. Plus, I can put a little bit of disco on. Alright, so this is a couple days later. I dragged this job out, had to go to work, but I did want to add that side window that I was talking about so I can see my water lines from either side. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's my door, okay? Door handle, right? Here's the door, lights inside. Here is the side window. Look. See my hand? Side window. Pretty cool, right? So that's the outside from my driver's side, so I can see my water lines. Here's the passenger side, and here's my door. So I built it like this so I can see my lines from either side of my rig, so that way if I just want to do a visual and my main side, like my passenger side where all my crap is usually at, where I have the most room, if that's full, I can just poke my head in this driver's side and easily just look through this little window. If I need to take it off, it's only 4 screws holding it on. Boom, I can get my hand in there. Alright, so if you guys like it, give me a subscribe and leave me a comment. Thanks.
Sweet.
What do you think?
We're good. Where'd you put that light at?
All the way around the wall, and then I put it actually going up one of the water lines.
I see, and then...
You see it going on the water line?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's on the cold line.
Okay.
So it kind of gives me a little bit more light also.
Sure.
What do you think?
I like it. It looks awesome. Good job. How do you like it?
Looks good. I like it.
Perfect. Easy access.
Yep, that's what I wanted.